wind, which creates a firestorm of horizontal flames that jumped across the river twice. People running for their lives as the fire chased them. Well, let's get our hat back on. Fire running and chased them as the fire came after them. The fire raged for 3 days, and by the time it was done, had burned down more than 17,000 buildings. That's about half. That's a big number. Left more than
Talking about the
100,000
Great
people.
Chicago
No home,
Fire.
no possessions. Killed about 300 people. Could have been much worse, and burned out 3.5 square miles of the city's center. Those are the facts. The fiction is a little more playful. Comes in with, how did the fire start? Well, in the end, nobody really knows. Okay, that's why there are myths and legends. We know that it started in Mrs. Catherine O'Leary's barn. We know she was an Irish Catholic immigrant. We know she owned a cow, and we know that the city was angry. The city was looking to blame somebody, looking for a scapegoat, and of all people, they blamed a cow. I know, of all people. They said Mrs. Catherine O'Leary's cow intentionally kicked over a kerosene lantern, which started the fire. Personally, I don't think it's true, because I've known Irish cows. They wouldn't do that on purpose. I think the cow was framed. I think the city just needed a scape cow. It was a cowspiracy. Utterly unjust. The fire was the worst thing, and some say the best thing, to happen to Chicago. The first city of Chicago burnt down. This is the second city. One of the reasons it gets the nickname the Second City. Rose up out of the ashes of the old. Big urban fires attract architects who came from around the country to rebuild this city, which is why we're on an architectural boat tour. These architects who came, they were smart. They had learned that wood is flammable, and so they started building buildings with steel frames. In fact, within half a generation, Chicago is the birthplace of the first 10-story steel frame skyscraper. Then they were off to the races, and the sky was the limit. So that fire gave Chicago this golden opportunity to rebuild itself and to show the world what Chicagoans are made of. Here's our second story. So 22 short years after the fire had destroyed the city, Chicago had rebuilt itself well enough to be able to host the World's Fair of 1893. That's a pretty good comeback. Now, the guy they put in charge was important. He was a young architect named Daniel Burnham. Now, he is the visionary, heroic architect of Chicago. He oversaw the design and build of the World's Fair facilities. He was down in Jackson Park by the lake. Imagine this campus that he built. 200 temporary buildings that looked as if Venice, Italy, or Athens, or Paris had been imported and painted white. This classic European-style beauty, this magical kingdom, this glowing utopia that was meant to inspire people with its beauty. Literally, inspire. You see, because